Hello, you are watching the news and now today's headlines.
Leaders of Cần Thơ City chair a working session on organizing activities to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the South Liberation and National Reunification, April 30, 1975, April 30, 2025. Leaders of Cần Thơ City had a meeting and worked with Ms. Mariam Sherman, Director of the World Bank in Vietnam, Cambodia and Laos, and Mr. Thomas Gash, Ambassador of Switzerland to Vietnam and the working delegation to Cần Thơ City. Deal, a global human resources and payroll management platform, has just released its latest recruitment report analyzing employment trends globally, including Vietnam.
Top news. On the morning of April 3rd, Comrade Đỗ Thanh Bình, member of the Party Central Committee and Secretary of Cần Thơ City Party Committee, Comrade Phạm Văn Hiệu, Standing Vice Secretary of Cần Thơ City Party Committee and Chairman of the City People's Council, Comrade Chương, Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee, chair a working session on organizing activities to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the South Liberation and National Reunification, April 30, 1975, April 30, 2025.
Many activities were implemented early and exceeded the plan, including propaganda activities, launching emulation movements, gratitude, social security care, and etc. Specifically, 80 gratitude houses were started and handed over, reaching 160%. The city and locomotive cemeteries were renovated and upgraded. 414 poor houses were reduced, reaching 200% of the plan. The Vietnam Finance Fund Committee of the city built 200 great society houses and completed 90%. The Department of Agriculture and Environment coordinated to start repairing and building over 530 new houses. The city is preparing for activities to visit the city's Martyr Cemetery, visit Alcohol's monument at Gil Quay, and organize a commemoration ceremony on the morning of April 26, an art program on the evening of April 26 with the participation of many groups and individuals inside and outside city, along with the high-altitude fireworks display scheduled at 9 p.m. the same day.
On April 2nd, Mr. Nguyễn Đức Hiển, Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee and related departments and agencies, had a meeting and worked with Mr. Mariam Sherman, Director of the World Bank in Vietnam, Cambodia and Laos, and Mr. Thomas Gash, Ambassador of Switzerland to Vietnam and the working delegation to Cần Thơ City.
According to the ODA Project Management Board of Cần Thơ City, Project 3 has a total investments of more than 402 million USD, co-financed by the World Bank, 250 million USD, and the Swiss Federal State Secretariat for Economic Affairs, 4 million USD, with additional capital from the government of Vietnam. The project is implemented in 2016 to 2024 to protect Cần Thơ City from prolonged flooding, promoting safe and environmentally friendly urban development. As a result, all 4 target indicators have been achieved and exceeded the plan. The World Bank and Switzerland will continue to accompany Cần Thö's next development projects. Vice Chairman of the City People's Committee Nguyễn Đức Hiển said that Cần Thơ City is ready to share the success of Project 3 with other localities in the country. At the same time, he thanked Switzerland for funding 4 million USD for implementation of this project.
On the morning of April 3rd, the Standing Committee of the Delegation Affairs Committee held a workshop to collect opinions from full-time National Assembly deputies representing National Assembly delegation of provinces and centrally-run cities.
The amendment to election law is placed within the overall arrangement and streamlining of the state apparatus in the spirit of conclusion number 127 of the Politburo and the resolution of a Central Committee, and at the same time as amending the Constitution in the roadmap for implementing the two-level government model. This is an important issue having a great impact on the organization of the local government apparatus procedures and the election work in the coming time. In addition to the important contents on the structure, standards of delegates, consultation process, introduction of candidates, candidacy records, voter lists, division of constituencies, election campaign work, handling of complaints and denunciations, and so on.
On the morning of April 3rd, more than 400 attendees representing grassroots, mediation teams and representatives of relevant departments, agencies and sectors of the city attended the conference to deploy the project number 9 of Cần Thơ City People's Committee and piloting on the encouragement and attraction of members of Lawyers Association and Bar Association to participate in mediation work at the grassroots level, disseminating and educating the law in Cần Thơ City for 2025-2030, organized by the Coordinating Council for Dissemination and Education of Law of Cần Thơ City.
Cần Thơ City currently has 604 consolidated mediation teams in hamlets and areas with 3,977 mediators performing tasks according to the provisions of the law on mediation at the grassroots level. After 10 years of implementing the law on mediation at the grassroots level, mediation work at the grassroots level in Cần Thơ City has been improved in terms of organization and quality. The annual successful mediation rate always reaches over 80%. In order to focus on social resources on participating in grassroots mediation work and legal education dissemination, Cần Thơ City Legal Education and Dissemination Coordination Council has implemented Project number 9. Currently, the participants include retired judges, prosecutors, mediators at the court participating in the Lawyers Association, Bar Association in Cần Thơ City, members of the Lawyers Association voluntarily participating in grassroots mediation work and legal education dissemination at the local level, relevant agencies, units, and individuals participating in the project. Its implementation period from 2025 to 2030.
On the morning of April 3rd, Cần Thơ City Military Headquarters held a meeting to deploy a plan to coordinate the organization of activities for soldiers and people to celebrate Junction of May in 2025.
Within the team, Cần Thơ Soldiers People celebrate Junction of May 2025. The activities are expected to take place from April 9 to 11 at the People's Committee of Thái Xuân Commune District. Highlights include carrying out projects, building environmental landscapes, clearing roads in Thái Xuân Commune, building 3 comradeship houses for community colors and soldiers with difficult housing conditions, organizing a competition to make flag rides, displaying of Cabrera's local specialties, organizing an art performance program summarizing activities of the Soldiers People Dead. Vice Chairwoman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Nguyễn Thị Ngọc Điệp directed the city military headquarters and related departments, organizations, and units coordinate to well implement the proposed plan, organize meaningful and practical activities to create joyful and warm-hearted atmosphere that preserve the traditional cultural values of Khmer people.
A global human resources and payroll management platform has just released its latest recruitment report analyzing employment trends globally, including Vietnam. The report shows a sharp increase in international recruitment by domestic and foreign companies, affirming Vietnam's increasingly important position in the global labor market.
In 2024, the number of Vietnamese intellectual workers recruited in foreign markets increased by 111%, especially in technology sector. This reflects the increasing competitiveness of Vietnamese workers in the international job market in many industries and fields. The US, UK, and Singapore markets, facing a shortage of technology human resources, are the leading countries looking for talent in Vietnam in 2024. Notably, the demand for recruitment from Singapore is increasing. Software engineers remain the most sought after positions by international employers, but roles such as quality assurance, QA, and game programming are increasingly gaining priority, replacing positions such as interpreters and statisticians by 2023. In addition, many Vietnamese businesses are also stepping up their international talent recruitment strategies, focusing on positions such as software engineers, graphic designers, and anti-fraud analysts.
On the evening of April 2nd, at the Big Hall, the Youth Union of Cần Thơ University organized a contest telling stories about alcohol in English, French languages in 2025 for students of Cần Thơ University.
There were a total of 145 contestants at the qualifying round. The organizing committee selected 10 contestants for the final round. In this round, contestants compete to tell stories about alcohol in English, French languages in the form of presentations or skits with illustrated senses and answer questions posed by the jury. The content of the stories about President Ho Chi Minh has been approved for publication in books, newspapers, and official electronic information page in English or French related to studying following alcohol's allergy, morality, style, alcohol's feelings for young people, simple lifestyle, patriotism, and his precious virtues. At the end of the contest, the first prize in the English category went to ECCE Team, the English Club of the College of Engineering. The first prize in the French category was awarded to contestant Nguyễn Thị Diễm My.
And now a quick check on weather condition. Thank you very much for your attention. Please visit us on website kênh TV.vn. Bye for now.